Thanks for the F Shack.
Love Dirty Mike and the boys.
Hey, are you Dirty Mike and the boys? How you know who we are?
What's this big called, the podcast?
Morning good. Oh, I love
Hey, welcome to the Earth. Thanks. Oh, wait, I'll start over.
Welcome to Morning Good.
All right, I'm here with Antoine Perdone and Joe Censabella.
Is it on?
Yeah, we're good.
Are we live?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh, hey.
Also, the people are fucking anticipating. I took a week off of podcasting.
Really? That's good.
Everything was just like, dude, everything in my fucking life was like, I don't know, I had too much going. Let me make sure it's recording.
From your phone? Oh. Oh, all right.
Yeah, everything in my fucking life, dude, was like, I was just going through the motions. You ever just doing stand-up and you're like, it was weirdly, it goes well sometimes if I just go through the motions because I'm just like, I'm not carrying on stage, but sometimes it's just like everybody's looking at me and everything's going well, but I'm like, oh, I don't have any new ideas about anything.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've gone through my whole brain. So I was like, I need to take a fucking week off podcasting, a week off of stand-up.
That's good to do. I mean, I've done it before too.
Yeah, I came back and I was fine. Like, I think when you first start, you're kind of fucked. But I was like, all right, well, I've just drank for basically 6 days straight. I was like, I've done a fuck ton of drugs. I was like, there's no way I'm going to even do okay. And then I did the Moon Room and it just worked out. I mean, it's a hot room too.
How was Moon Room last night? Did you go?
No, I didn't go.
It was blessed. By the way, I still went through the motions again because I was like, I'm on fucking one brain cell right now after this bachelor party. I thought, I convinced myself yesterday that I had like every fucking disease. Like it was one of those two where like, I came back from the bachelor party. I sit down naked and
Why were you naked?
Well, I was about to take a shower, but the shower was extended because like I'm in the back of my buddy's car on the way back, and the hangover was so bad with anxiety that I was like, I'm gonna download a dating app just to distract myself. And like, you can push through a hangover if you kind of just get yourself horny enough to distract your brain, because like horniness will make you forget about everything. So I'm like, let me go on fucking Field. I got a cool new picture with me with a parrot on my shoulder, and I'm like, this will be.
I think I saw that.
Yeah, dude.
Did you post it online too?
Yeah, I posted my story.
Okay,
Yeah. And I was like, fuck, okay, I'll see if this parrot picture, I re-downloaded a dating app, Field, which is like the weird one. And then fucking, so I'm basically like, not edging in the back of my buddy's car, but just like looking at pictures.
Wait, so you
like,
were naked in the back of your buddy's car?
No. I ended up being naked later. I got to tell stories in better fucking order. Because next, I sound like a sex criminal every time I tell a story.
Yeah. I was like, what the fuck? Why are you naked in his car?
Yeah. No, I was not wearing boxers though and pants, which is where I think I got these fucking rashes from. But it could be anything. When you go to fucking Key West and you're like, I ate shellfish.
That's where you were, Key West.
Yeah. The amount of pools I was in, I'm like, I was in fucking gross pools the whole time.
Yeah. Me and him, we were in a gross pool last Monday, bro. We did a lazy river.
Oh, that's so nice though.
It was cool. We went to where the fuck did we go?
Volcano Bay.
I went to Volcano Bay. We did like a work thing, and it was fun. And we went in the lazy river last, where we should have went in first because it was so relaxing.
Yeah.
But then you're in the lazy river, and I had like all these like kind of like comedy thoughts in a way.
Yeah.
Like you see the same guy go around like 5 times. And you're like, this is like being at the DMV, dude.
Yeah.
It's so fucking weird. So I know what you're talking about. Where like you're in like bro, who knows what was in that water?
I've never thought about it until I got so like I sit down. I'm at my parents' house, and by the way, I threw all my clothes together in such a mess that like I was in a car for 9 hours from Key West to Orlando.
Oh, you drove? Wow.
I didn't drive. I took a little bit of Klonopin, sat in the fucking back seat. I was
nice.
like, I'm just gonna fucking zonk out.
You had like a big car you guys rented or something?
Yeah, it was just my buddy's car who lives here.
Oh, okay.
So I like this is just like a couple people from the group, but like I'm naked not naked. I swear to God, I was naked in the car. I'm naked under my pants.
Dude stays naked.
Yeah, so we're like tight, cool guy pants.
Yeah.
That are probably just rubbing against my legs.
Uh-huh.
And then I get down. You know, I'm playing on my phone all the time at my parents' house. I see them for like 5 minutes. I'm like, yeah, great to see you guys. Here's the story. I'm gonna go in my room and I haven't jerked off in a few days, so I'm kind of like just.
You told that to him?
No, but like. That's what was going through my head. I was like, love you guys. Great to see you. I didn't die on this bachelor party. I did the perfect amount of drugs, and I'll see you later. And I just go into the room, kind of like sexting a little bit with this girl online. I go down to the toilet before I go shower. My calves or my fucking ankle, I can't see my ankle.
Really?
It's like so swollen. It looks like Patrick Starr's fucking ankles.
Is that still swollen right now?
No, it's back.
Oh.
But I just didn't recognize my ankles, and I was like, what the fuck's going on? Then I look at my thighs, and they're just both red with like
Yeah.
red dot rashes, and then I was like, oh, I don't know what this is, but like I'm probably allergic to something and dying.
The pool water.
I think you might have had monkeypox.
Is that what monkeypox does?
I don't know, but it's around gays, and Key West is gay.
That is possible. You know what?
A lot of
That's
gays.
a
In,
good point.
a lot of gays in Key West.
A lot of gays in Key West. A lot of
And
gays.
nude beaches, right?
There's nude bar, which we will.
Oh, nice.
We will get to.
You know, it's funny. My friend, he went there too. Well, I mean, Nick. You know the
Nick.
story with Nick Swartzen? You know, he
Oh
went,
yeah. He lived there. He got diabetes there, which is so fucking funny.
COVID happened.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, it's going to be like 2 weeks, whatever. You listen to the government. So he took a vacation in Key West and he stayed there for 2 years
Yeah. It's.
and just partied.
Oh yeah. It's the best
But
place on earth.
the funny part was, well, not funny, but like I knew this like a year before he talked about it.
Yeah.
So now
yeah.
it doesn't. He's like, yeah, I don't care if you talk about it. He put it on a podcast.
That was his Chappelle like Africa thing. Like
Yeah,
when Chappelle
yeah.
went to Africa, like. Like and
And
like he was kind of mysterious because Nick Swartzen was just kind of missing for a couple of years.
Yeah, and nobody knew who he was. Only the
Yeah.
close people knew, and he was in Key West. And then I was like, well, like I've heard stories like there was like a rumor like you lost like a couple $1 million, and he just like looks at me, and goes, "Oh yeah, yeah." He's like, he rented a hotel for the whole time he was there,
That's so fucking
like
funny,
monthly, just partied, did drugs.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's crazy. And it's first when he came back in 2022, like end of 2022, that his Orlando was his first shows. And that's
Yeah.
where I met him, and then he's like talked about it a little bit.
Yeah.
I was like, that's pretty cool. But Key West is fucking, dude. Key West is so fun. You ever been to Key West, dude?
Yeah, once or twice, just for like a day.
But they have comedy down there too.
Yeah, I was just like,
You should have tried to get on a show in Key West.
I'm gonna go back down because like buddy, I'm like, there's a little piece of me that's like, what if I just lived there? Like
Yeah.
I've been enough times, it's my favorite place on earth. There's that little part of me that wants
Key
to
West is your favorite place on earth?
yeah. I'd say my favorite cities are New York and then Key West and New Orleans are like tied. But as far as like, I don't know. Now I'm fucking lying, dude. Key West is my favorite place on fucking earth. I
Really?
love that fucking city. Now, to be fair,
It's so small.
yeah, I know. To be fair, I've only been there on a bachelor party, but I also just love the lure, dude. If I went to Key West for like a year and grew like the longest beard possible, and it was just tan as fuck and became like a different guy, like
You would
I
have stories.
yeah, dude.
What if you, I mean, you could live there for a year, bro. And there's comedy you could do there. You know.
I know. That's why I'm kind of like. I mean, the part that sucks is the airport
Yeah.
because it's like you're not getting a lot of flights out of there, so it's like it would be
Gotta
hard to
drive
do.
Miami.
Yeah. You have to go to Miami for flights, probably.
Yeah, so I'm like, I'm taking 4 hours to get to, but I'm like, dude, for the fucking like, I don't know. It's like you had like fucking Jimmy Buffett, Ernest Hemingway, like.
There's
like
a lot of famous people that vacation down there and have houses down there, dude.
I know, yeah, but it is one of those things too where I'm like, oh, I probably also wouldn't get anything done. I probably would literally be a fucking retarded person with any. Like you guys would see me again, I'd be like, oh, that's a house that man. Like I would
Yeah.
just, my brain would rot out, dude, because it's like,
Sorry.
and no, never apologize for farting in this
Oh, my bad.
podcast,
Fucking dude, that was.
That
so,
it would-
I held two in to not be rude.
dude. These chairs are so leather that was so farty. Like if that was almost like a fetish level fart. Like I bet you people look up like fart.
Sorry, that's
Nah, don't even.
It's just yeah.
It'll hit me when it hits me, dude.
Yeah.
Trust me, I'm on island time, brother. I don't care. Fart in
I'm
here.
on island time.
Yeah, fart everywhere. I don't care.
I'm on island time.
Yeah, dude. It was like in the locals there rule so fucking hard. We met some guy in a pool who was like, first off, I was at the other side of the pool and there's this like swinger looking couple and they're like, you got to meet these guys. They're gonna love you.
Yeah.
And meet these kind of swingery vibe people where like the guy just looks like a pro wrestler. Like he's got like silk white hair like down to like his shoulders. And I got like a fake tramp stamp. I got a. It's like a. It's. I guess
you got a tattoo?
It's fake.
What the fuck?
It's 4 weeks. I don't know if they'll see it on there.
Yeah.
But
How long does that stay on there for?
4 weeks.
But it's like, was it needled or like?
No. It's just like a temporary. It looks kind of real though, right? Does it look real?
It does.
Yeah. So like we're just joking. By the way, I almost got a Mike Tyson one. Like I was so close.
You should have, dude.
Yeah.
Face would have been better, man.
I know, right? Because my job is remote, and I'm like, I do stand up. I'm like, this literally would not affect my life at all. Like, I would be fine. It would be the only way to affect my life is people would just be like, that guy's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But I almost want to like fucking. I'm almost like, dude, who that would be so fucking
been great.
funny.
You should do it because, like,
You
I
still
always
can.
wonder how people would treat you with a face tattoo.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like you've had cornrows before. I've had cornrows. People treat you
I have.
different. As a
We
white
have.
guy with cornrows, people look at you and they're like, people are a little bit like scared.
Yeah. They're like, this guy's, He sells some fake
Other
jewelry.
people just think you're famous because they're like, there's no way you're trying to do a move like this unless you're like rapping or something.
Dude, my buddy told me for Juneteenth, he's like, dude, you got to do your hair. And then there's something, my other girl I went to high school with, she messaged me on Facebook. She goes, so you doing your hair again for Juneteenth? And I'm like, I'm fucking might. It's long enough now.
It's long enough. Mine wasn't long enough to do it on this. I did it for like a Memorial Day weekend trip, and I was like, oh, I'll look like Riff Raff and I'll get. But I got a haircut like 5 months ago that like fucked it up for this because you got to grow it out for a while.
Yeah, you do.
But I was just like, everybody would forget that I have a Mike Tyson face tat or I would forget until everybody brings it up every Tuesday. Like it's one of those things that there's no way you'd remember you had it, and then randomly you're like, oh yeah, why is everybody mean to me in public? But then I told my mom about it. I'm like, would that be fucking? Because she saw the tramp stamp, and then because I'm crashing my parents for like a week, and like it was so funny for my mom to just be like, you literally, I would have not let you sleep in this house if you got a fucking Mike Tyson face tat for 4 weeks.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I think she said I'm out of the will if I get like a real tat.
Really?
Yeah, my mom's like so anti.
But she wouldn't have been like if it was a fake Mike Tyson face tat, she wouldn't have cared.
If it was for like a week, she wouldn't care. But for 4 weeks, for some reason, that makes it different.
So she didn't care about the tramp stamp.
No, she thought it was funny. She was like, but this couple had real matching tramp stamps. So it was like the typical like Florida swinger couple where like the wife's blonde with like giant fake tits. And they're like, oh, hell yeah, we got real ones. And both of them had matching tramp stamps. And then they were cool as fuck. We were just bonding and I was talking to them about some shit. And they were like, the weird thing was they did have like they had a fucking like 20-year-old guy with them who I guess works for them. And they got him a fake ID so he can go to bars with them. And I was like, is this guy being sex trafficked? I don't know exactly what's going on.
He might be.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, but I'm not fucking the Liam Neeson of twinks. Like, it's not my job to save the day if this 20-year-old guy is getting sex trafficked by this couple.
Did you get drunk every day you're there?
Oh, yeah, dude. Did drunk, fuck ton of ketamine.
Ketamine?
I went snorkeling on ketamine. It was the best day of my fucking life, dude. Literally, I just got in a tube and by the way, 0 fish. I saw 2 fish and was like,
They disappeared on the ketamine.
yeah, they just took it away. But it was so funny because I was just like, you know what fucking rules? Sand. Sand is so cool, which is just not. But I was just on drugs and I was like, sand is fucking awesome. And
So what is ketamine?
Yeah, I don't know. What is that like?
so it's like they use it as like an anesthetic. So it makes you feel like really numb. But it also has like very like trippy effects where like it makes you feel fucking, first off, like the joy is like crazy. Like you're just in such a good mood. I was in an incredible mood.
I need to do ketamine.
It's so fun.
I don't believe that. Is it better than mushrooms?
I like it. You know what? I would say it's comparable to a good trip on mushrooms, but it's very hard to have a bad trip on ketamine. I had one bad trip on ketamine while I was there. And it was actually kind of what I needed. I walked out to the pool bar. And it's playing. I just took a bump in the bathroom. I got these like yellow sunglasses on. Yeah, I snorted it. And then I'm like, we're at this pool bar and it's playing like, I'm gonna be. And I'm dancing around the pool. I'm like, dude, I am the fucking shit. I thought I was so cool. I was like, dude, literally, we run this fucking city. We fucking.
Been here for 2 days. We run QS.
Yeah. We fucking own this place. And then I go by the pool and I'm dancing like this. And my boys are like, yeah. And then all of a sudden, like, because you have auditory like hallucinations. So all of a sudden it goes, I'm gonna be. And that time just like slowed down and it was like, and I was just like, oh fuck. I was like, this is bad. And then I fucking went to a chair where all my buddies are sitting at this table and I just said, guys, I'm just going to apologize for whatever's about to happen. I did way too much ketamine. I don't know what's going to happen. And literally nothing happened other than me just being like, it was just more of fear of anticipation. I was like, whatever, I did way too much. And then I talked to my buddy and they use it for like therapy. And I don't really believe in I don't believe in this whole psychedelic therapy thing in the sense that like, I think all it does is the same way alcohol does. It just puts you in a mindset that might be different. So you might be able to view things in your life differently. I don't think God like put ketamine on this planet to like fix your brain.
Is ketamine natural? What is that?
No,
so
very
no,
not.
God
Because
didn't- God
aren't mushrooms
definitely-
natural?
Yeah,
Yeah.
mushrooms are not. But I do believe mushrooms can change your.
Yeah, they I think it's been proven
Yeah.
some can.
Yeah, I mean, like in some ways, ketamine does like rewire your brain, but I think a lot of the progress people face on drugs is just you seeing something from a different perspective. So, like, if you're stoned or drunk, even in that scenario, you can go like, "Oh shit, I never thought about my relationship with my father that way," or like I think anytime you just distort your brain, it'll just do that. So, like, I just sit down with one of my friends and I'm just crying by this pool bar. I'm just like I don't know if the wheels are falling off just because we've been partying or if it's the ketamine, but I'm just like, dude. And like the breakup, it's just been so long and I'm trying my hardest. And I'm talking about like friends that have died. And I'm just like really, but it was like a mental diarrhea where
Was he on ketamine?
no, there were other people there were, but he was not. He was just sitting there. He's like, "You're a good guy, Mike. Everything's good. You're a good guy, Mike."
No idea you're tripping balls on ketamine.
No, he knew. He knew. I
he
just told him,
knew.
I was like, "Dude, I don't know if I'm gonna pass out." I was like, "I just got to get all this out." And it was a mental diarrhea, which was I needed. Like I needed to just cry. It was like 3 minutes, but
Really?
I sort of needed to just get that all out. And the next thing you know, I'm like by the pool bar. I'm like, well, that was fucking weird. How you guys doing? Like immediately, it's very like short lasting. So immediately I was like, oh, hey, what's up? And
Hey,
then
I'm good.
And I told that couple about that. And they were like, no way, bro. Like that middle aged guy's like, do you got any more? And he's just trying to. They were on like shrooms or some shit. And then this other guy we fucking met at the pool bar. He's like, they're talking about. They're like, yeah, dude. There's some guy who fucking like. Last night we saw some guy who got titty milk squirt in his mouth at the fucking bar. And this is just like, that's just like Key West local shit. It's like people are like that where they're just wild parties. And I guess this guy was at a fucking bar and this woman was going to go lactate in the bathroom. And she's like, nah, does anybody want to suck titty milk? And she just sprayed titty milk in this guy's fucking mouth. And then later on by the pool, and then this guy's talking about her brother and he's like, yeah, my brother got fucking titty milk sprayed in his mouth. I was like, yo. That couple last night just fucking saw that and told me the story.
That's funny.
And he said the woman sprayed it in his mouth. And I was like, yo, it's the titty milk guy. And they're like, oh my God, from last night. And then I fucking, he told me that happened. And then he said apparently like, they said like the rest of the women at the bar just took their tits out. And it was just like a fucking, he's like, next thing you know, it's just a sea of fucking titties around me.
Damn.
I definitely did too much party because there was one point where I'm just walking around my room just in my boxers with my yellow sunglasses on. I'm completely alone.
Yeah.
And on ketamine, I look in the mirror and I just go, I am Key West. And then like I'm Walter White, like I'm not in Key West. I am Key West. And then 2 minutes later, I was like, what the fuck was that? Like it was one of those things where like I was like, all right, this is getting a little bit a partying a little hard here. Let me pump the brakes. But yeah, no, it was a fucking incredible trip, and it's just a fun fucking city.
Damn.
Was that your first time there?
No, I went for my brother's bachelor party and acted exactly the same way. But that time I left and had like horrible anxiety. I was in a relationship, and I like put my face in too many titties at the strip club, and then I had all this anxiety, and I like went to my ex and was like, I put my face in booming, and I know me a good amount. Which was just,
How long did you break up with her? How long you guys been breaking up now?
Almost 2 years.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You still talk to her?
We haven't talked in like 2 years. We're about to both be at this wedding. So,
Oh, when's the wedding?
the wedding's in like 2 months. And she's got a new boyfriend. And his name is Michael. And apparently he could kick my ass.
He's going to the wedding?
Yep.
Who are you bringing?
Bad.
I'm bringing nobody because I'm like, unless like, I don't know. I just don't like, it's one of those things where I'm like,
What if you what if you brought a girl? Like, hired one of them, like, hey.
I like that's your first thing. You're like, what if, okay, we know you're not going to bring a hot chick. What if you bad a prize?
Well, no, I mean,
You get a prostitute.
you could bring a hot chick, but it might take you a while to meet her.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, that's the thing too, is like,
Fucking no
I don't
girls.
want to do anything in spite. There's obviously in my brain, I'm like, oh, I should bring like the hottest girl I'm looking up with. They just like bring her to the wedding.
Or, you know what? You mind fuck her. You find the ugliest chick. Fat.
That would
like,
be,
I'm
well, I like
fucking
fat chicks, but I'm
huge.
listening.
I'm just like the most ratchet fucking just face tattoos, and you bring her and you just introduce her as your girlfriend and you just pretend you love her.
That would be objectively amazing. Because
She would not know what to do.
That is true. She would be like,
She would be like, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
what is
And if you
going-"
generally go with it and sell it the whole time,
yeah.
and you're just super nice to her, hey, I mean, I don't know her name, say her name.
Angelina, yeah.
Hey, and she don't listen. I mean, you told me she doesn't listen to any of this shit, right?
She's gonna listen to this.
No, I mean, this is the thing is like, she either does or she doesn't. She
Yeah.
says she doesn't, but there's no fucking way she hasn't. Dude, if my ex-girlfriend had a
does.
fucking podcast, I listen to it all the fucking time.
I know she definitely does.
You don't think she does?
No, I think she does.
She might.
Yeah, I think she listens.
She
to
probably
it.
tunes in one time. She's like, oh yeah, you're still retarded. I'm glad we broke up. And then probably hops.
Yeah, all right. Well, let's say she doesn't listen to this episode.
Yeah.
Bro, you just bring this girl to the wedding, be so nice. Hey, Angelina, it's my girlfriend, Pamela or whatever.
Yeah.
And you just hold her hand, everything. And she would just be like, the text that you would probably receive that night from her would be so funny.
Oh, it would just fuck her brain so hard.
She would be like, what the fuck? Like, she went from me to her?
Yeah.
She'll break up with fucking other Michael.
Yeah. She'd be like, I would definitely like, if I brought a hot girl, I think it would raise her self-esteem because she's like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
I pulled like a hot guy. But if I brought an ugly girl, she'd be like, do I look like that bitch? Like,
Yeah,
yes.
that is what would happen,
Fuck
which
with
is
her
a
mind.
way smarter move. But my thing is this.
Yeah.
I have those thoughts. Don't get me wrong. I have those thoughts all the time. I'm like, how can I fucking, you know, kind of say fuck you to this person? But at the end of the day, I'm like, I don't actually want to do that. Like, I'm kind of like,
No, I mean, if you show more, like you're more like moved on and
yeah.
like, you know,
Which I basically had. Like, I kind of don't have any negative feelings. Like, I had them here and there. And then, like, for the most part, I'm like, nah, we're pretty, like,
yeah.
like, it's like we haven't talked, but it's like, I was going to send a text and I was like, oh, I should say we're clear and, like, good and I have no negative feelings. But I'm like, nah, what's the fucking,
nah, there's no point.
nah, you got to just fucking,
You'll see her. and just
yeah.
Be cool.
And I'll just be cool.
It's been 2 years. It's a long time.
Yeah, exactly. It would be kind of insane. It'd be like, if it was more recent, then I'd
Yeah.
be like, yeah, okay, hey.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's like, nah, I've moved on. She's moved on. I mean, I think look, for the sake of the fucking wedding, she's a bridesmaid. I'm a groomsman. I would love to walk her down the aisle because that's what the people want to see. They would, you know how you pair off?
Yeah.
You guys, it would, she probably won't do it, but I'm like, people would be like,
Yeah.
no fucking way. I'm just such a showman that I'm like, this would be the shit.
That would be the greatest.
Yeah.
her boyfriend would lose it.
Oh, totally.
And then when you guys are supposed to separate, you just kiss her.
I miss you. I love you.
Just give her a kiss on the cheek and let's see if her boyfriend ruins the wedding.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
so many hype.
That'd be his fault if he did it.
Yeah, well, I had a dream, dude. I had a dream a fucking couple weeks ago that, because apparently he's a big guy. I had a dream he wrestled me, put me in an arm bar, made me tap, and said I sucked at wrestling. And everybody at the wedding was just disappointed in me. Like they weren't even like they didn't even like that guy's an asshole. They're like, how do you not know how to get up an arm bar, dude? They're like,
Yo,
that's really
this might happen.
Yeah, they're like, well, it's so funny too because I'm a fucking psycho. I've planned out like mentally. I've thought of scenarios that are never going to happen. Like what's going to happen is going to be totally normal. There's going to be no drama.
Yeah, of
at
course.
all. But in my mind, there's a scenario where he's just like, hey, you didn't fucking treat her right, man. And then I get to come back at him and I'm like, oh, well, I'm sure she didn't tell you this part of the story.
Yeah,
and stuff
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. And all this just would never happen. But like in your brain, you play through all these like hypotheticals and most of them are him just kicking my ass.
But if you went to the wedding on ketamine and he says that to you, then you'd be like, oh, I didn't treat her right. Well, I fucked her right.
Yeah, I would say something so stupid. I'd be like, I am Key West. I would lose my mind. Yeah, that
You'd
was
be like, whoa, dude, this guy's crazy.
yeah,
man."
that was one of the funny part too. One of my fucking friends, he like was tired after like 4 beers and sleeping on the fucking on the boat, and I was just ranting. I was like, I've been doing fucking horse tranquilizers all day, and I'm still up. You're a
Jesus.
fucking pussy.
Where do people get horse tranquilizers, bro? That's like the second one this week I've heard.
Isn't that ketamine?
Yeah, so this is what it is.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a big hyperbole because it's like they use ketamine for babies, but they
Yeah.
also use it on horses. Because I think what happens is horses are giant, so veterinarians have like a ton of fucking ketamine. So people would sell ketamine as like they'd be like, yo, these are horse tranquilizers. But it's really it would be like if they had fucking if they had Xanax for horses, they put you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like. But it just got a weird rep as a horse tranquilizer. But it just sounds cool and scary to be
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
horse
I
tranquilizer.
think Xanax would work on a horse.
Yeah, they use all that shit on horses. Yeah. But
Damn, that's fucking crazy.
I'm also definitely not going to do ketamine for a while.
No, I don't think you should.
Yeah. But I will say this, like, it was the most fun day of my fucking life. And I was like, there was a certain amount of anxiety where I started getting a little anxious and I was like, fuck that, dude. I was like, I had so much goddamn fun this weekend. I was like, I'm still alive. Nobody died. That was the most fun I've had. So who cares if I like acted like an idiot?
Yeah. Do you know, I think it was Key West or something, a guy, I don't know if it was ketamine or like mushrooms or some other drug, he jumps off the boat, like a cruise, like near the coast of Key West, like close to it. And I think he got eaten by like sharks. No, but his friends were filming it. And I'm like, bro, that sounds like a story Michael would do.
Yeah.
Just jump off a boat and like, I'm fucking swimming to shore, dude.
Yeah, just getting eaten by sharks.
But I think he was like, they never found him, but he had like some ketamine. His friends said he did ketamine or one of them weird drugs before he jumped off.
to be fair, that would also be like somebody smoked a cigarette that got hit by a bus. You're like, I don't know if the bus is the fault of.
Yeah.
Unless he was like on ketamine. You think like he jumped in because he was on. That's possible.
Maybe he was tripping. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
but
That's fucking crazy. Yeah.
the video's wild too.
Every
you
time I hear somebody dies getting eaten by sharks, I just die laughing because it's
Yeah.
such a like. How do you tell? Like, how do you tell anybody? They're like, Stephanie died.
You're like,
How did she die? She got eaten by sharks. What was that? And you're like, she got eaten by sharks. You're
dude,
like,
and then fucking in, I think it was off the coast of Egypt. The guy,
no, I don't.
bro, there's just a person recording it,
Yeah, it's
and you see
crazy.
him just get mauled.
Well, also, like, what are you gonna do? Fight the shark?
It's-
Yeah.
You kind of got to just be like, all right.
That was my question. Like, if you see your friend getting eaten by sharks,
You got to be
Do
like,
you
look,
re-
I got to get the last picture of my friend.
do you
and
record or do you just like let them die without recording?
The recording's kind of funny because you're like, what are you going to use this as evidence against the shark? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Well, yeah, because like you see, I
Or
watched
is like a
I
memorial?
watched
to-
the shark video, and you, of course, you read the comments, and every single comment is like pro shark.
that's so funny.
It's like, oh man, because you're like, dude, it's a terrible death. Like you see this
Yeah.
guy, like you just see his head above water, and you're like, oh, why are his like trying to swim his arms? They ripped his arms off, the
Yeah,
sharks,
yeah.
and then you see blood, and you just see him get taken away, and you're like, fuck, that's terrible. But then you're like, oh, let me just open the comment. It's like 3,000 comments, and you open them, you're like,
yeah.
pro shark,
Yeah.
is a shark okay? And you're like,
Yeah.
you're like, God damn, dude, like, fuck, it's so bad. You're like,
Yeah.
father of four, never found again. You're like, God, dude, what a terrible death.
Oh, it's horrendous. Yeah. And I will say this, the Keys is a place that people do get attacked by sharks. Like,
Yeah, like Keys, Miami, and like New Smyrna, like the very popular places. For it.
Yeah. And it is because it like it's like, I don't know. It's usually they're not. It's one of those things that like, I don't think they love going on the shore. I don't know anything about sharks. This is completely talking.
Oh, this guy he was like maybe 60 feet out.
Dang.
Like really.
Oh, I did see that video. That guy got bitten in the leg by a shark recently. Or there was a chick on like I think Miami or something like that. They got bitten.
Do you go far out in the ocean?
Yeah, I'm kind of like.
Do you?
Nah.
Do you go in the ocean?
Yeah.
Bro, I don't go past like knee deep.
I don't.
Yeah, I go up to like here.
Oh,
maybe.
that's too far.
But
dude.
like, I know a few people I know die doing that.
Drowning?
Yeah.
Bro,
Like, you know, like a storm starts or something.
They'll
like
take 'em out to
two people I know died like that a couple years ago.
they just
That's
never
fucked up.
Yeah, because the surge
But they
will,
didn't get eaten by sharks, so it's not funny.
Oh.
Yeah.
they just drown. They found them
I don't remember. Maybe they did get eaten by sharks. I don't remember if they
because
found
usually if you get taken out by the current, you just don't get found because you get eaten by a shark.
Yeah, well, the riptide's terrifying.
The
I remember-
riptide, yeah.
I remember as a kid, there was a riptide, and I'm just like, it just pulls you under. And I'm looking
Yeah.
at my family, and they're just like eating like pub subs on the beach, like completely ignoring me because they think I'm just like having fun out there. Yeah, I'm watching everybody just like listen to fucking I'm a smoker, I'm a joker, just have like a great beach day. And I'm
Yeah.
just like, help! And like nobody can hear me. And I was like, dude, I'm going to die with my family just like 40 feet away, just enjoying a fucking buffalo chicken sandwich, having no idea I'm dying.
Oh wow, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It's one of those things that like I feel like when I was a kid, I was really scared of certain things. Like I was really scared of sharks. Now it's like my own brain or like something like that, or like my ex's new boyfriend. Like there's like, like there's lots of things I'm like not like, but sharks is something where it's like
Yeah, you don't have to fear them because if you don't go in the ocean, you're fine.
that's really funny. I'm bragging about not being afraid of sharks when I live in New York City. I'm like, yeah, sharks aren't really something I'm scared of. It's like I go to the beach like once a year. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah.
I was like, my old roommate, I remember I asked him what his biggest fear was, or somebody asked him what his biggest fear was, and it was octopuses. And I was like, you are a faggot. What the? Like, when do you ever encounter an octopus?
Never.
I don't think I've ever seen one in real life.
Yeah, I have like not a lot of like fears. Like and as a kid, I used to be scared of shit like that all the time. Like I'd be like, I don't want to go swimming in the lake because of alligators. And then like I've just like through weirdly enough, like living in New York and everybody's like, Florida, I'd never go swimming in the lake. There's tons of alligators. And I'm like, alligators are fine. And then I'm like, sharks are fine. Like I've just talked so much about like they're not gonna fuck with you, you don't fuck with them. Which isn't really true.
No, dude, the lady was attacked like 3 weeks ago in the fucking close to here.
Yeah, but was she trying to save a dog? That's always the story.
Nah, she was swimming by the gator. Bro, there's video of it too. Well, you see the gator come. It was the last video she ever took. You see the gator just swim at her and then just blank.
Wait, what do you mean? She was like taking.
She was on a
selfie?
small canoe with her husband, and she's swimming by the gator, and then the gator like this huge gator just turns, gets in the water and just comes right at him, and then like the video ends, and then they found the gator killed her.
That's
so it killed
crazy.
her and not him.
Yeah.
Oh, he killed her.
I mean, she had like bite marks and like her body was fucked up.
That's possible.
But-
It would be hilarious for husband to stage an alligator attack. Her friends and his friends in the water with like one of those hats that you get from like SeaWorld where it's like an alligator head, and he's just like,
He was
whoa.
using a taxidermy gator head and just put the teeth in him.
Oh yeah, exactly. You could just have it. But I will say this: it's so funny. I say a lot of retarded shit in this podcast, and half of it is me defending alligators and being like, nobody actually gets attacked. It's always just a lady saving a dog, or you missed the
Oh,
part of-
that one was crazy too.
Yeah, but that's also it's like you got to get a new dog. You see an alligator bite your dog, your dog is done.
Yeah.
They'll start thinking of other dog names on your way back to your car, and then just tell because it's one of those things. You're like, you're not gonna win. It's like I don't know. It's like when you fucking drop a penny and like a fucking
You could win. You could kill a gator with a gun.
right. But this is it's
yeah.
always like an old lady. She's not.
Well, the
carrying
girl,
dog.
I think the one you're talking about, the old lady, she was walking by the lake. The gator came after her dog,
Yeah,
a small dog.
yeah,
She pulls it, and the gator grabs the lady.
yeah,
Pulled her.
yeah. Of course, because it's like
Crazy. Dude, the lady's like 85 years old.
yeah.
Insane.
Yeah. But I think it's like it's pretty rare, but also like I've talked way too much shit. I'm gonna die getting eaten by alligators because the amount of shit I've talked. I'm like, dude, they're fucking fine.
I mean,
I'm gonna die on ketamine after defending how safe it is and with an alligator because of the hours I've spent saying both of those things aren't that dangerous.
while your ex and her boyfriend are on the beach watching it,
Yeah,
or they're by the Everglades
He's getting a
watching it.
sandy hand job while I'm just fucking. He's like, oh, no, there's too much fucking rocks in this.
Yeah.
While I'm just dying in the riptides. They're like, he's probably fine out there.
So what was your biggest fear?
Is it raining?
Is it rain? I think it is raining.
Oh, by the way, for the listeners, we're recording in my dad's office again. But I actually like that. It's really cozy. I kind of almost wish it rained. I listen to rain noises to go to sleep.
I watch YouTube.
I do like rain in a car. What YouTubes do you watch?
Just try and like informational YouTube. Like, oh man, the other night I watched Why God is Real.
Oh, okay. Who was saying it?
Just some
Random YouTuber.
philosopher, like YouTuber, and I'll just watch that falling asleep. But if you,
That's also funny because you're like, that's a nice thought to have before you go to bed. So it's
Yeah.
almost like you look up the reverse of your fears. Like me, I fear that God might not be real. So that'd be a great video to me watch porn by that. I'm like, God's totally real. Let me watch evidence of why he's
Yeah.
real. And they're like, oh, I could sleep great because God's real.
but I've read this online too. Psychologists. There's been studies like psychologists have said you're more likely to have a dream about something you're watching or viewing as you fall
Yeah,
asleep.
yeah,
And bro,
yeah.
it's like almost every night. And I had like a weird dream, like I saw
Let me
God.
just fix this. I'm listening, but
Um,
what do he look like?
just like a random guy, but he was like, it was cool. It was peaceful.
Race was he?
Yeah. There we go.
There we go. We getting the important question.
I couldn't tell you what race it was. Wasn't. I saw him as like a blurry image, almost like seeing Bigfoot.
What I just feel like it was a cholo and he's just trying to like,
Hey, fucker.
yeah.
Hey, I'm real.
Bro, you're in the wrong fucking down, Chico. You're just trying to get into heaven. This shit ain't for you. He's like blocking you. Just like,
Yeah.
how about you fucking go downstairs to hell, bitch?
I think. Oh, and then
It's probably Middle Eastern.
and then I watched another one. Was like how was God create? Like, where did God come from?
Yeah,
And it was just like, it was like fucking up my mind because it was like, no, they were basically saying he's always been there.
yeah.
There was no one point where I was like, okay, well, like,
Yeah, I can't grasp that concept. Like,
your
I
mi-
understand
well, you
why it
can't
would make
comprehend
sense,
it.
but
Your
I can't.
mind,
Yeah.
like, it's not. He's like not in.
I mean,
even-
at some point, something had to have always been there.
Not technically.
Well, 'cause
It's
think
either
about-
something or nothing. It's only two.
Right,
Well-
but
well,
superpowers, like, if there's no limit, like, if God's all powerful, then he could always be.
He's just always, yeah. He's basically this whole premise was like he's just always been, and I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, but like think about like the Big Bang. They're like, oh, the Big Bang happened, created the universe. It's like, yeah, but what started the Big Bang?
Yeah, that never made sense. to
Nothing
me.
can't come from something.
Yeah,
so it's like,
yeah.
but they're like, oh, your mind, humans can't comprehend it because it's out of this realm.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, dude.
I mean, it could be like, let's say, like you start playing The Sims, and then we're Sims characters, and then we're asking like, hey, where's God? How's God? God's always been there because he's been there from the
Beginning
time
of
he
our
created,
lives.
the
Right.
beginning
Yeah.
of our creation. So
Yeah, this could be like the 12th god. We could be on the 12th god right now. The first two died, or it was like a father son thing. I've always wondered this because we always think of God as super powerful.
Yeah.
What if God is like an infant and Earth is just like his macaroni art? Like our God is one of the weakest gods, and it's literally that's why everything's so fucked up. It's like this was just a science experiment by like a very small God, like a God that's not like he's powerful to us because we're tiny, but in the realm of gods, he's like fucking nothing. So like that's the reason why I'm talking so much shit right now. I'm like alligators can't kill you. God's fucking nothing. He's a toddler.
oh,
I feel like when you die, like you just go to. I feel like you will go to heaven or wherever, and you look in the mirror and you are God, and you judge yourself.
That's a fun idea.
I had that thought one day I was writing, and I was like, this is kind of weird. Like, what if that is it?
One thing I always wondered too is like, what if like somebody else? I think something's a good idea, and the person's like, oh yeah, that's the plot of this movie. Like every time I think I have a good idea, people are like,
yeah.
oh, you mean like this?
Oh, you mean like Inception?
Fuck, somebody thought of that. So this is definitely a movie or something, but I also thought of it. I thought of it outside of it, but I was like, what if God is? What if I'm God or you're God? But what happened was the universe was absolutely nothing. So you invented everything just for there to be meaning. So like you were completely alone because everything's just completely blank white. And it made you so sad that your brain went crazy and you created a whole entire world where you're actually smaller because it gives your life more purpose. So like I'm God, let's say, right? I'm in a blank nothingness because nothingness exists. And I either create everything to make myself feel happy or I just go so crazy that the most fulfilling life is to be a 28-year-old guy who has to donate plasma for money. Even though his parents were rich and everything was set up perfectly for him, and he's still doing it.
Gets a tattoo on his
Yeah. Because like that was the most meaningful thing that my brain. I really like. There's one where like there's a Batman comic where Batman went crazy, and Alfred actually is all the villains, and he just plays all the villains to make Batman like feel like he has a sense of purpose.
That's a real comic?
Yeah, because his like life is so sad. That
makes
you guys
me-
want to Zin?
I've never Zen before.
Okay, this might be the time.
What is it?
It's just nicotine.
How do I do it?
You just throw it in your upper lip.
So like dipping?
Yeah, but you don't. You can swallow it if you want.
Really?
Not
Have you done it before?
nah, I'm not gonna do it.
I was gonna say
That's
I'll do
white
it.
people stuff.
I'll do it
I
if he
can't.
does it.
I'm not gonna.
Black people Zen.
I know
They do. I don't know, dude.
some. Like the only one I know that Zen's is fucking Sean Fleet.
Dude,
yeah, he
we had a
does.
guy a couple weeks on. He was talking about he was at a gas station, and the Indian guy was telling him he's like, only white people buy these. And pointing to Zins, he's like, only white people. I feel like it is a very white only thing.
It is. Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, I guess it does.
We were doing this joke on the bachelor party. We were talking about like it's just a sketch idea. Like there's what do you call them? Like I went to a private school. And it's like very rich, complainy parents. And we were saying, what if there was a private school and the principal's office was all just middle-aged, no-nonsense black guys. Like, and they had to just bring their whiny kid in. And
That's funny.
I love that idea of them just being like, he failed his test. Be like, that's because he's dumb as fuck. Just like, they're just smoking cigs and playing dominoes. And then they just have like the preppiest white parents come in. They're like, he ain't gonna be motherfucking astronaut. That kid dumb as hell.
Yeah.
Just
That's not
telling
bad.
it how it is. Any more legs on that? I'm trying to write this sketch out that probably will never be made.
I feel like no nonsense black women funnier, but
That
it's
is-
probably harder to get no nonsense black women to be in the sketch.
Like hood black mothers
Yeah,
as like
yeah.
the guidance counselor.
That is funny too.
Bring him in. You know, look at this motherfucker.
Yeah. He eating crayons all day. Just like,
I like doing act outs of like black women. That's why.
well, I think the thing is, to me, just the concept of like whiny white parents and then the no nonsense old black guy or old black woman
Yeah.
is a funny thing because like the parents are going to try to complain always and just be like,
Yeah.
Ethan actually, I think maybe he's smart, but he's just not applying himself. That was the shit I heard all the time. They're like, he's just not applying himself. I'm like, nah, I'm just fucking dumb.
It reminds me of this. Well, Tony Wellens has like a similar joke, and I asked him, I was like, "Yo, I want to do like the same route." And he goes like, "Do it." It's like, and this is a true story. When I was, I bought condoms from a 7-Eleven one time, and like a black lady was behind it, and I just didn't tell her what condoms I needed because I haven't bought condoms in a while. So she just gave me like Magnum condoms, and I did not need them at all.
But you could like go back now and be like,
So I literally I just bought the condoms, and I just didn't want to be like, I think there might have been 2 girls behind me, but they weren't like, they were just like moms But I didn't want to be like, no, I need the other ones. So I literally bought these Magnum condoms, and I still have them to this day. They're in my room. That's like 3 years ago. But like the whole thing is like, man, like what if I did use one, and like I open the drawer and I just hear her voice like, you got it, baby. put that thing on. No, you got to beat one. And I'm just like, yeah, I do. And I put it on. It's like, shit, this ain't gonna work.
This is not gonna work.
Because they're fucking huge, bro.
But somebody told me the thing with magnums is they're meant to be
They're meant for like 9-inch cocks.
totally. But that's the roll.
Totally.
But that's the roll down. Totally, dude. But that's the roll down. So like it's kind of like almost wearing like a beanie that rolls up. You could wear it if you don't have a giant head. You know what I mean? I think there's just excess. So like you could wear. I think you could just wear magnums and fuck chicks and make them think you had kind of a big dick. But you're just kind of like. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like it rolls down really far, but you can just not roll it down.
Oh, I see
but
what
I don't
you're
know how they are wide-wise because I've never bought one because I have an average penis.
Same.
Yeah.
Average penis gang.
Yeah, dude.
White guys, dude. We fucking
Yeah.
black guys over here.
Yeah, bringing the big dick on the podcast.
Yeah, dude. 1 inch bigger.
He kind of does have big dick energy. He's kind of just been sitting.
1 inch bigger,
Chilling.
baby.
What's up?
He's got 1 inch bigger, probably.
Probably at least.
He's got a 5-incher.
Yeah, dude. There's no way.
No way.
There's no
dude.
fucking
That's
way.
fucking huge, dude.
Well, I check out of the dick talk. I don't know.
But yeah, black people don't like. He don't like the gay shit.
Nah, that's cool.
See, it's so funny.
Oh, let's
I'm
talk
cool
about
with
it
y'all
then.
being gay. That's cool.
Yeah.
There was so funny too because it was so in the way we grew up. If you got uncomfortable with gay shit, people would just call you gay.
Well, I'm not uncomfortable with it. I'm just like, it's not even. What you can have in the conversation is not even gay. It's just, I don't know.
He don't like the dick talk.
You don't like the
But I'm saying also, magnums are the same size.
as other condoms.
Yeah,
Fuck no, dude.
yeah, they are.
I've tried them on a Magnum and a regular condom. Psh, it ain't even close.
They're the same thing.
You know what is kind of a good idea? To act like magnums are different condoms because it would take technically more money to make bigger condoms. I think. I mean, probably not, but like you could just charge more for other condoms, and every guy's gonna buy the bigger dick condom so he could impress girls.
Because I saw, I'm not making that up. I saw there's a video on it. It was like a video about like marketing or whatever on how that is exactly what they do.
Yeah, that makes so much sense. They're like, these are the big dick condoms. And everybody's like, dude, I gotta have the big dick condoms to show girls I got a big dick.
You could fucking take a regular condom and stick your whole arm in it.
That's a great fucking point.
I blew them up and make balloons.
Yeah, that's so wild because it's like one of those things where you're like, I've never put a condom on and had it too big or too small. I'm like, this just perfectly fits my penis because I think all of them are one size fits all because it's like a fucking. Nobody's had a rubber glove that's like, oh, this is too fucking small. I feel like unless you got to get like an extra small one or something like that. They do have tuxedos. Yeah, that's what they're called.
midget hands.
I've heard they're called tuxedos for small dick friends. I've never heard that.
Midget hands. Imagine them trying on a condom.
Oh yeah. Just they got average dicks, which is so funny.
It's too small.
Yeah.
Too small. Yeah.
Yeah, I think like the fucking where was that? Yeah, I would wear a tuxedo condom if it had a tuxedo on it. Like if you put it on and it looks like a tuxedo t-shirt, that would be kind of sick.
I don't know where do you even get those from.
I don't know, the tiny dick store.
Oh.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's good knowledge. I never heard of that.
Yeah. I it's so funny. I'm not a tiny penis guy, but it sounds like I am right now because I'm like, I've never like fluttered so hard in the podcast and just fumbled. I'm like, yeah, I've heard of it's fucking somewhere.
Right there, you did.
Yeah.
I might have to clip that.
I just get a call on my phone right now. It's like, we got an order for Michael and his fucking.
You know what ads you're gonna have after this, dude? Just
what ads?
On your phone?
Yeah. My phone's gonna think I have the smallest wiener in the planet.
take this pill, you can grow 2 inches.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Yeah.
In like alligator videos.
Yeah. Does Gel King work?
No, I've tried it.
You have?
Yeah, doesn't work. It's a fucking scam.
Well, but how would you benefit though? Because
If you do it for like 6 months, it's stretching exercises, massaging it, and like pulling it in warm water in the shower.
So is it like you get a book on Gel King? Because like how are they selling Gel King if it's something you could do by yourself?
Just videos.
They're like, oh, okay, subscribe to my Gel King channel. So for those who don't know, Gel King's pulling your dick to make it look bigger.
Yeah.
So it's just like jerking off.
No, well, kind of. It's like massaging it, but like hard in a way.
You massage it in a way that like makes it extend to look bigger.
Yeah.
Um,
What I did hear that works. I've never tried it. I've never personally tried it. the contraption. There's a contraption where you stretch it.
I've seen one of those. Yeah.
You know, how people in like India or like Africa, they wear on their neck.
Yes, you wear that on your dick.
You
and
wear
it's
that on
like
your
a bunch
dick.
of rings. Yeah.
Or surgery.
Yeah. No, it is funny. There's more dick inside of you.
Yeah, under the shaft.
Yes.
And you could pull it out.
It's like Inception. It's
So that
like,
you get a surgery and they could like bring out another 2 inches.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
I would need help with, like thickness.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I got a decent thickness. I would an extra inch on my dick just for like flexing purposes, because I don't think it would make a big difference during sex, but just to be like, I know, right?
Yeah,
Just for that purpose. By the way, the fucking this Key West had a nudist bar.
You saw some dicks?
I saw my own dick, brother.
Oh, you went nude?
Me and my buddy went, and
Just two of you guys?
yeah, there was a couple other guys too. We were the only ones that got naked. So
That sounds worse.
yeah,
That sounds gay now. It's just two of y'all that got naked.
I mean, I ended up making out with a couple chicks. So.
Oh, that's not
Yeah,
good.
what's
Did you
fucking
get
gay
hard?
that, you fucking homos? I did. So what happened was, dude, the night before I took a little bit of Adderall, and my dick, Adderall is a vasodilator, so it shrinks your dick.
Oh, fuck.
And I was like, fuck, dude, I should, because some people were like, hey, we should check out the nudist bar. And I was like, fuck, man, I'm going to take a Cialis just to even it out to get it normal.
Yeah.
Cialis lasts 2 days. I forgot about that. So we go to the nudist bar. My buddy all weekend was dressed in a karate gi. So people at one point, some guy tried to fight him, which was really funny because he's wearing a karate gi. And the bartender just defends my friend while also offending him. He goes, how dare you pick a fight with him? He has the balls to wear something that stupid out, and you're going to try to fight him right now? And my buddy's just like, thanks, but also that's kind of mean.
Yeah.
The next night, we go to the nudist bar. He's wearing the karate headband and a fanny pack, and his dick is just hanging below the fanny pack. And then I just have yellow sunglasses on, and we're just on the dance floor on ketamine, just doing karate, like just fucking. And this bar is love. They're like it's a good bar outside of that. So it's like a great dance floor. You feel so inappropriate when you're talking to women that are fully clothed, because you're like, this feels like a sex crime right now, because I'm completely naked talking to a girl. You're grinding on girls, and this girl's wearing a full dress, and you guys are grinding, and you're just naked, and you don't realize how much your dick flops around when you're dancing, because you're wearing boxers that like holds it in. Your dick's just hitting your thighs, your balls are bouncing around, and I just forget I was naked, and my friend would just look at me dying laughing.
I don't think I could do that.
So what's the ratio of naked to clothed people?
It's probably like 40 people in there, probably 7 people are naked. But there's people, dude, yeah.
So it's not a nude bar. It's just you and a couple guys. Nude.
You and a couple bodies, and then they can't kick you out because there's too many of y'all.
But I got kicked out twice or once. But it was so funny. So I was on my phone texting, and you can't have phones there. This guy's like, you have your phone there. I'm like, yeah. And I was like, fucking pussy. I'm gonna text anyways.
Yeah.
I text again, and it's so funny when you're getting kicked out of a place while your dick's out. But that's not why you're getting kicked out. Like, you're like getting kicked out, and you're like, are you sure it's because my penis isn't right now? Because this feels like the wrong thing for me to be doing, not the fucking phone. And then fucking, I ended up making out with a girl, and my buddy's like, dude, I saw you talking to this chick, and your dick was just completely hard at the bar. Like, you're just rock hard talking to some girl. And it feels, but some girls started taking their tits out. There was like hot chicks that took their tits out and stuff.
Damn.
What's
What's this bar called?
Garden of Eden. And one of my friends made a sweet shirt. It's like with AI. It's like naked karate at the Garden of Eden. And I'm like, dude, we gotta fucking get these. Yeah. But it was fucking crazy. And it was like everybody struck out besides one guy who 2 guys. So one guy went to the strip club. Not everybody went to the strip club. At one point, 3 of us went to a strip club. We're waiting for our other friend, because we walked into one strip club and they're like $40 for lap dance. I was like, no, thank you. And we just walked to the next one. And then we're at this strip club, and I get in trouble. I take my phone out again. Yeah. I'm on my phone too much. I try to take it cool because you can smoke in there. So I took a picture of me and my buddy smoking cigs. And this Eastern European stripper was like, you cannot do that. She's like, you are in big trouble. Give me a phone. And she took it all off. And then she's like, you are a bad boy. And she just starts spanking me with my head between her thighs. And then at one point I just go, I love Key West. And then, dude, she said something weird. She's like, do you want mommy's milk? She's like, I know you want mommy's milk. And I was like, I do. And I put my fucking face in her tits. I'm like, I love mommy's milk. And then fucking the next stripper comes in. She's like, you look like you've been a bad boy. You need a spanking. Spanks me again. Like 4 strippers ended up just spanking. I don't know if they talked.
They had
like,
to have talked.
Yeah, they had to
There's
have
no
talked.
way. Or unless you really looked like a bad boy.
Yeah.
They definitely talked.
I mean, to be fair, I looked cool. I was smoking cigs. They're like, he's about the boy. But they're also Eastern Europeans. Their dad probably has like no eyeballs and probably like has stabbed 19 people.
Oh yeah. For sure.
But yeah, it was fucking funny because then my other friend who didn't meet us there ended up paying $2,000 to try to fuck the strippers, and they like blindfolded him. Apparently could not get his dick hard. Just like blew his soft dick and like didn't come for like $2,000. And then there was some chick, like apparently there was like, it was like this like kind of hood black chick that's like, I'm gonna shove a pine cone up your ass, like all this crazy shit. One of the other friends, we left the strip club. One guy stayed. By the way, it's really funny because we just told him we were at the other one. If he would have just walked in the next door, he just wouldn't have paid $2,000 to have that happen. But he's like, oh, my friends are here. I guess I'm gonna try to fuck a hooker. Then fucking the next day we find out the one friend who didn't leave just paid he's like, dude, I paid $400 to just fucked one. And the other guy's like, are you fucking kidding me? I paid $2,000.
Damn.
Got blindfolded, threatened to have a pine cone up my ass and couldn't even get my dick hard. But outside of that, like no guys got laid. And it was funny too, when I was talking to that swinger couple, they're like, yeah, apparently all the dudes are striking out this weekend. They're like, we've talked to everybody all week and like dudes just aren't getting pussy this week. I don't know what's happening. They're
wanna fuck my wife?
Crazy.
Yeah.
You could just pay a regular girl. You gotta be prostitute.
Oh yeah. But he wanted like the double. I think he wanted the double experience. But then fucking yeah, it was so funny because like there was two girls in the news bar I made out with, and then this one girl we're making out at the news bar. She seen me fully naked. Mm-hmm. We get them back to the Airbnb, and I don't know what happened, but I'm like, how did I get a girl back to the Airbnb and not? She's seen me naked. We've made out at a bar, and I guess I was just, everybody's like, dude, you were so drunk, and I was like, you know what? That's fair. Like, I'm a little disappointed in myself. I'm also like, it was the third night of the bachelor party at like 4 a.m. Like, that's fair that I was too drunk.
Yeah. Damn, you also did like you did most of the work to get her back.
Yeah,
you're already
like,
naked.
I mean, if she's already seen you naked at that point, she's get back. She's going there to do something.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. But
maybe you got like raped. You remember?
I hope so, man. She was beautiful. I fell in love with this. Like there was like the next day, I was like listening to "You're Beautiful" in the car the other day, and I'm like, she was
beautiful.
She was so pretty. I asked her friend, I was like, hey, can I get so and so's number? Because I was really drunk and I want to apologize. And she just didn't answer it. I was like, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was funny that the couple was just like, dudes are just striking out. And then we did get cucked at one point. It's very funny. There was these girls we were talking to the pool bar, and then these 8 dudes just come up that are like jacked as hell. And we were like, all right, we'll try to befriend the dudes because I think that's always like a good move to try to like what do you call it? Like de-escalate and show them that you're not scared and intimidated by these guys. And then we find out these guys are like their friends from high school who are all Green Berets. And then we're like, nope, we're done. We're like, we're fucking out. We're not competing with these fucking heroes. Like, there's no way. But we were joking about them all gangbanging one of the chicks, but letting me fuck her like I'm like Rudy or like Radio. They're like, get in there, Mike. Get in there, give it a shot. And they're just like, Michael. I'm just giving mediocre dick. They're like, good try, bud. Get out of here.
That's good.
But yeah, no, it was just one of those things I was like, yeah, there's no fucking way.
Have you ever paid for sex?
No, I've gotten jerked off by a dominatrix, which I didn't know she was going to jerk me off.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That was like a week out of the breakup. I was like going crazy. But I would like to fuck a stripper once. I don't think I'd fuck an Eastern European one because I'm like,
I wouldn't fuck a stripper. I'd fuck like when I went to Aruba, I would hook up with all them girls, bro. Like $150 a night.
Yeah, it's cheap.
Beautiful models, bro.
Bro, you look at videos of like the streets of like Costa Rica or something like that, and it's like fucking hot chicks.
Yeah.
Somebody was telling me they went on a bachelor party with their uncle from Mexico, and he was like so confused by the concept of a strip club. He's like, wait, you don't fuck them? He's like, what is this building? He's like, what is the point? Why does this exist?
Yeah.
And they're like, I don't know. It's kind of fun. You dance with them. And he's like, what?
Damn.
That is true. Like in South America, the strip clubs are like basically just like
There's
advertising.
brothels.
They're just trying to get you to pay
For sex?
Yeah, like lap dances there are like 50 cents.
What?
Yeah.
South America?
Like Colombia, Brazil.
Oh, Colombia, Brazil.
Here, it's like you don't. I think like it's like half of them you can fuck them. The other half you can't. Like it's like
You just got to pick and choose, I guess. Like which you got to feel them out, like which ones you think you can, or you ask.
yeah, and you also got to be like, you can't be like, what could I get for this much money? You got to be like, hey, look,
Just like a discreet
how-
language.
yeah, you got to
something.
kind of like pull out a condom and be like, how much?
Like
You,
happy ending.
yeah, you can't just be like, hey, if I give you $500, what'll happen? They're like, oh, I'll show you what'll happen for $500. Then they'll like
Yeah.
lick the side of your ear, and you're like, well, that was not worth it at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just glad I'm not in a financial business because if I had fucking money, I'd
You would
100%.
Oh, you would for sure.
Yeah, but I just don't like have the money, and I'm also like, I don't know. The Eastern European thing freaks me out. Like, I'd want to fuck somebody that I'm like, okay, you're for sure like here, like you were like midway through a Steak and Shake application. You're like, what am I doing? I'm just gonna show my tits. Like, just because somebody, you got like a GED. You're like, you know what? Fucking this is fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because some strip people, there's such a distorted concept. It's like strip clubs are sad. It's like some of them, yeah.
Yeah.
Some of them though, the women are making so much fucking money and they like what they do, and I'm like, that's fine. Like, who cares?
All the strippers I know are happy.
Yeah. A lot of them are happier than regular people I know. I have a lot of rich friends that are like fucking like, yeah, man, I'm just really depressed. And I'm like, you're so loaded. But then the strippers are like, it's a mix. It's like, I'm not gonna say every stripper's dumb, but there are some dumb strippers. And I'm like,
for sure.
Dumb people are happier. So, but I'm sure there's also smart strippers that are just like, yeah, this is a fun job. And yeah, I get to hang out in bars all day and make a fuck ton of money. So I'm like, that's fine. Who cares?
I was Ubering a couple of years ago. I picked up a stripper from Rachel's.
Yeah.
Dropped her off at her apartment. And then she's like, what are you doing after? And I was like, nothing. You want to go get a drink with me? I was like, yeah. Took her to get a drink. She got wasted. And I brought her back to her house. We're like making out shit. She had the fucking nicest tits. She was so drunk. And I guess I took a shit at the bar. And she went down and gave me a head. And she's like, pulled back up. She goes, you smell. So I should have, moral of the story is like, I should have went to her bathroom and cleaned myself up.
I think moral of the story is if she was hammered, you shouldn't have tried to fuck her.
She was going to give me.
I thought he.
Well, no.
I thought he was gonna be like, yeah. So then I like,
I
didn't
was
want
going
to
to.
rape her.
Yeah, I got
so
a blackout drunk.
I wanted to fuck her, but she wants to give me a head, and she's like, "You smell." I was like, "Oh," and I just kind of, haha, yeah. I was working today earlier. She's, "No, you smell bad." And then like she came up, and then she like pretended to pass out. I should have robbed her.
You should have robbed her.
Yeah.
Just done a reverse. What's
Yeah.
that Cardi B movie? It's where they rob all the rich guys.
Oh, that what Britney Spears did?
Cardi B, I've never seen. I didn't know Cardi B had a movie.
I don't know.
It was either about her life or something. That was really funny. People got really upset at Cardi B. They're like, she used to get guys really drunk.
Oh,
and
she
then
would rob them.
I'm like,
Oh,
she's
yeah,
a
yeah.
gangster rapper. Like,
Oh yeah.
I would hope she's actually like real. Like, that's fucking. It's so
Yeah,
funny.
she has a song about it too, and then she got backlash for it.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg killed a guy. I'm like, why is fucking.
Snoop Dogg did kill a guy.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's why I want to listen to their music. It's also like, how fucking insane it would be for me to judge a gangster rapper given the life I've had. Like, I grew up like rich and be like, they shouldn't be committing crimes. It's like, dude, they grew up, people could change. Like, if I grew up in that environment, dude, I would for sure be doing gangster shit.
Yeah, of course.
Or I'd be a giant pussy. I don't know.
Yeah.
How you feel about Diddy?
Me and my mom have been following. My favorite is my brother broke down everything. It's like, our family is just the whitest people possible. And my brother's like, we're sitting at dinner the other night. He's like, so there's the East Coast and the West Coast rapper, okay? Sean Diddy Combs and Tupac, and Biggie Smalls, mom, East Coast. Okay, still listening? Okay. And then you have Suge Knight, West Coast. He starts Death Row. And he just broke down the whole thing. And then me and my mom were watching CNN like when they were just kind of breaking down the thing. I think the Cassie situation's complicated because it's like, it's fucked up. I mean, you obviously should never kick a woman.
That's the only part where I was like,
With a
alright.
closed toe, open. You can open toe kick a woman. No, it's like, that's fucked up. But then also like, a lot's going to have to come out because it's also possible she was like a Ghislaine Maxwell kind of person. It was like, part of a lot of like the shit. I have no idea.
Yeah.
It's really tricky with like women in like abusive relationships. 'Cause it's like, obviously the guy's a piece of shit, but like, if you truly believe that men and women are equal, it's like at some point you're like, well, at what point did you get out of this? And what point were you involved
She stayed
in this?
for a long time.
Yeah, I don't know. But it's possible he like was like, I will destroy your life if you leave me. And I'm like,
He could have threatened to kill her. Like maybe he could, maybe he did. But
Yeah,
it's also like, it seems like she is playing some part of the victim role. But also like she's responsible for some shit that like happened.
Yeah. I haven't watched it close enough.
I haven't watched it close enough either, so I can't really speak on it. But that's just
There were some funny parts. So they said that Diddy used to hire male prostitutes off Craigslist to sleep with Cassie, and then he would come out in a burqa, like the thing Muslim women wear. Yeah. Just a burqa, no bottoms, and just jerk off.
doing
in
an
the corner.
offensive voice. So he's like, ah, la, 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 la. Just while she's getting begged.
Yeah, that's it.
That's really
she's
funny.
hot.
She's beautiful, yeah.
She's fucking 38, and this is what.
Oh, she
was
looks
19.
insanely
She was
hot.
19, 20 she first met him.
Yeah.
I wanted for
The craziest video
Years.
that's leaking now is that Machine Gun Kelly one. Have you seen that one with him talking about one of the Jenners? He's like, bro, I ain't gonna wait until she's fucking. He's like, you gonna wait till she's 18? And he goes, I ain't waiting. She's fucking beautiful. He's like, I'll go to Hollywood immediately and have sex with her. I'm 23. She's 17. Who gives a shit? He's like, Robert Plant, one of the best rock stars, was sleeping with a 15-year-old. And you're like, dude, you're making very bad points right now. You're like, just because you're literally like somebody else was a pedophile and a good. That'd be like you'd be like Michael Jackson fucked little boys, so I should fuck little boys. You're like I don't really care about a 23-year-old fucking a 17-year-old because I don't think it's creepy and gross and like no, I'm not going to invite you to my daughter's 16th birthday party. But I don't think like you've really like harmed anybody really. Like it's gross and creepy, but I'm like
I could still be your friend.
potentially you got to bring a lot to the table.
Yeah, you got to bring like, hey man, we go out, you paying for drinks.
Yeah.
Because
You got to own a jet ski.
Yeah, because teenager is still attached to her name. Like
Yes.
17.
Yes.
You know, I'm
yes.
like,
By the way, I'm telling everybody,
don't
I'm
do
not
that.
friends with you.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
Feel
Depending on how famous you are.
think about it. 23.
If you are a famous child molester, let's be friends. I'm just kidding.
See, he's 23. She was 17 at the time. That's what, 6 years?
Yeah.
If he was 30 and she's
It
24.
doesn't translate that way. An 18-year-old can't fuck a fucking 12-year-old. That's still the same age difference.
Nobody says anything then.
I think people say. I think the state of Florida has a lot to say about that.
I'm not defending this. I was just kidding.
Yeah. No, everybody knows we're goofing. I never even went to Key West. But yeah, I don't know. More has to come out for me to actually like form my opinions on it.
What are they actually charging him with? Do you know?
Being a gay nigga.
Words.
That's what I've been saying for weeks, and people get mad at me. No, I'm kidding.
No, I don't know. It's racketeering or some shit.
racketeering, sex trafficking.
Sex trafficking.
Yeah, it's funny that they did bring up all the drugs they were using, and
You know who the funniest person is who hates him and just trolls him is 50 Cent.
yes,
is
is so good at it.
He is so funny, bro.
Oh, it's amazing. Yeah.
He'll like, I think he paid people to go to the courthouse and just stand outside with like funny shirts of him.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like 20 people had just given like $200 each just to go like fuck with him, like at his team, like as they're coming out of the courthouse.
He's got such. I love when somebody who's really tough has a good sense of humor because there's the occasional tough guy who like just has a bad sense.
Who
of
will
humor.
stand up to like somebody like P Diddy?
Right.
Because like what does P Diddy like? What would P Diddy do to 50 Cent? Yeah, you could try and hard, but 50 Cent's been stabbed and shot, and he's from the fucking streets. He's not afraid of P Diddy.
He also basically admits he killed that guy who.
Oh, he's
like let's just say that guy wasn't seen again after he shot me.
I think his name was like it was a Spanish guy who actually like Roberto something shot and robbed 50 Cent, and then a year later 50 Cent recovered and he found the guy, and like he doesn't say he killed him, but he's like, yeah, he doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah,
for legal reasons.
That's so funny. He just doesn't.
And then he
doesn't exist
wrote
anymore.
a fucking song about it, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Many men, or whatever it was.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
wild.
50 Cent.
That's gonna be like this podcast. They're gonna be like pulling up stuff from the record. I'm gonna be like,
Dude,
nah, dude, it's on the wax. Isn't that what you say? It's on the wax.
Yeah. I don't know what he says.
On the wax means like on the in a rap song. But now they started doing a thing where you can now charge people from things they said in rap songs and use as evidence in court.
Oh yeah, Bobby Smarter.
Yeah. Free him.
Chicago. Oh, he got
Official morning good take. Free him.
I think he's been free for a while.
He got
Oh,
a couple
really?
years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
He got locked up for. There's a song called "Hot."
Yeah.
Say it.
What?
Hot.
I'm sorry. I'm not
N-word.
familiar with the song.
It's called "Hot N-word."
What's the N-word?
No, I don't know.
It's called "Hot N-word."
Never heard of.
And in the
What?
song,
What is it?
it's
What's the
hot?
what?
You know what's funny? You were pointing at him to say the N-word,
nigga.
but it looked like you were pointing at him calling.
Oh, no,
Because you
no,
go, hot, this guy right here, hot Antoine. It's just so.
No, it's called "Hot N-word." And
I know exactly the song you're talking about. It's a great
and
song.
he raps about shooting people in the song, and that song he got charged for.
Oh,
fucking-
really?
Yeah, a lot of
Oh,
people
damn.
don't know that.
What's also, isn't that what Who I Smoke is about?
That was a couple years later, where they rapped
Yeah.
about killing the people and the
Over the tune of fucking 1,000 miles. And it goes so fucking
and they were
hard.
at their like they're on a golf course or their grave.
Yeah, they're on a golf course
Yeah,
just
yeah.
dancing.
and they're naming the names of people that, and then they all got charged.
Yeah.
Fucking
Great
idiots.
fucking song, though.
Yeah,
We are,
we're over an hour.
we're over an hour. Yeah.
Oh,
What do you guys want to promote?
I don't.
Follow me on Instagram, Antoine228.
Joe Comedy, 2 Ys. We're doing a show. When's this coming out?
It's coming out Sunday.
We did a show.
That's half this podcast. If you're listening to this, I headlined.
We did a show Friday. It was dope. It was pretty good. A lot of our people from work came.
Yeah,
My
I heard
birth-
you guys crushed.
Thank you,
Yeah.
man. Appreciate that.
Yeah, I've heard standing ovation.
Appreciate it. My birthday's in 5 days.
Send him some fucking cash
Send me, yeah. DM me.
or head. Come have sex with Joe.
Yeah. DM me on Instagram. And then
Hey
send me
Joe, maybe
nudes.
you wipe your ass after taking it.
Shit. Yeah, I
Yeah,
should.
Yeah.
Oh, I was sweaty. It was gross. I don't blame her.
Wipe your ass before you date rape.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was
shit.
the part of the story that was.
Yeah. That's it. That's all I got to promote.
All right, sweet.
Bye. Love you.
Thanks for listening.